What else do we have? We have a few things here. I'm live? Oh, I'm not live. Let me get back in the game then. Or out of the game, I suppose. There we go. Okay, let me just go back to the title screen here. I need to make sure I'm all set up and ready. Anyway, hi everyone. I'm Ecdycis. I thought I had a bit more time. Let's just go straight here. New file. I have to set this up. And we are doing Dead Rising Timeskip. I'm sorry we're not going to be seeing the Mega Man costume because that's just a test file I had. But we'll be doing that right now. Let me just do one more thing here. We should be good to go. Dead Rising Timeskip, by the way, is a new mode for this game that is going to allow me to actually speedrun it, and it should be hopefully interesting for you guys. I'll try going over a lot, but ultimately we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's do this and let's go. I'm going to hop in, and the timing will start once I'll count it down for you, just to make sure we're good. But the timing for this game is not too crazy. We usually start at the loading screen here, not this one, but coming up. We start after this menu, so I'll count it down, we'll hit start, and then we get to go. This should take me hopefully under 40 minutes, and I'll kind of go over everything since we are a bit rushed on the beginning. A lot of my games have intros, so a bit odd. Anyway, if we're going to count it down, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, anyway, this is Dead Rising Timeskip new game. Timeskip is a new category in this game that allows me to play through the 72-hour mode story. The whole thing with this is normally Dead Rising, if you've never played it, is about a 6 to 5 hour auto-scroller, and I forgot to turn off my notifications. I'll make sure I get that in a brief moment. Let me hit a cutscene here and we'll be good to go. Just to make sure I don't have too much gameplay, it shouldn't take too long. You guys can check out this whole thing while I do that really quick. Nice little cutscene. I'll be quick. You can all see how the zombies get in the mall. I'll give you a hint, it's because of adorable little doggies. There we go. Alright, hope you guys enjoy that cutscene. That awesome cutscene. Anyway, we're at the start of the game right now. And the start of the game is going to actually have a bit of technique really quick. And the first technique we're going to be doing is just grabbing a weapon from the beginning of the game. A lot of you may not have noticed this, considering it kind of just throws you into this. You can pick up the weapons here, but I need a better weapon. Because since you're playing at level 1, this game is designed to be much more difficult than we would expect it to be. A lot of times, I remember when I first played this, I would die very often, but I never realized there's always a shotgun right here. And there we go. We're going to grab the shotgun, and we are going to head up the stairs and ditch everybody here. I'm going to give you a heads up right now, nobody there lives, they all die. But while we're here, pick up the gun, thank you. I'm going to change into the golden suit because I'm a golden man. There we go. There we go. We're going to have a few cutscenes as well. We're actually going to be heading towards the first boss fight of the game. The first boss fight of the game is going to be Carlito. He was the man on the roof. And he's normally a pretty tough boss fight, but we're going to do some crafty shooting in order to help us out. Don't worry, there's a lot of shots fired. The shotgun is going to be our best friend. I don't know how much you guys know about shotguns in real life, but shotguns in real life hurt. This game is pretty similar to that. And it has the full lethality of a shotgun in accuracy. We're also going to do a little bit of a fetch quest early on, because I need to go grab a skateboard. Right now I'm hopping around like a madman, and this is absolutely necessary for me to get around. It's the fastest way than just walking, and honestly it's more fun playing, I guess, hopping? Bunny hopping? I do not want to go to Paradise Plaza, please leave me alone, thank you. And first I need a book because I'm a nerd. Next, I'm going to break this window with a gun because it's the only way I know how. I have never known how to break a window until I've got a gun. So you fired some shots right now, that window ate a few bullets. And now I'm going to show you guys what this game really is about. This game is actually a Tony Hawk game. We're going to be skateboarding for most of this run. The board is going to be incredibly important. And in fact, I usually dub this game to be Tony Hawk's Undead Wasteland, because we're going to see a lot of skateboarding. We're going to be going over to the food court over here because this is where the first boss fight is, but I'm going to show you how crazy Frank West is at skateboarding. He can skateboard underwater. He can skateboard upstairs. He can skateboard over ramps. He has some mad skateboarding skills, but we can't jump unless we get a book. It's kind of sad, but it's the way it goes. And the whole reason why we're going to have to use the skateboard is just because it's much faster in comparison to walking. Now, a few things about Timeskip. Timeskip is going to be able to just allow us to skip through all the cases, and we have to play on the PC version for this reason. If we play on the console version, we would not be able to use the mod, sadly, because this is a mod that helps us out. Kind of like the Bioshock Infinite mod. Also, the first fight, I'm just going to pop Carlito full of bullets. He's going to eat shotgun shells. Normally, this fight's fairly difficult, but I don't really care about Carlito, so I'm just going to shoot him in the face. And let's see, I got health. Health is not the best upgrade for me to get, but it's okay. Right now, from levels 2 through 5, I'll get about 4 different upgrades. It'll be life, jump kick, zombie ride, and stock. In this category, life is the worst one you can get because it's not going to help us in many reasons. Because I'm not going to ever take enough damage to where I need the health. In other categories, health is kind of nice, but this is not one of them. Anyway, I'm just going to ditch Brad because we can do the mission without him. And getting the skateboard, or just getting life means I'm going to have to make sure this skateboard stays alive. At least for now. We can get a refresh later, and we'll have another fun boss fight. We're going to be seeing Carlito a few times during this. And ultimately, we also just have more little missions going on. In Timeskip, one of the big things is there's going to be a few types of missions. We have boss missions, and we have just kind of travel missions. The next few are going to be travel missions to where I'm going to have to go to this destination, I'll have to go back to the safe house, and every case ends with a traveling section, to where it wants me to go return to the safe house. Now, personally, for Dead Rising, I like playing on controller. You could play on keyboard, but controller just feels nicer. I remember playing this game back in 2006. I always used the controller, so just kind of the same principle there. Also, soon, we should be hearing a very good message on the screen. And right now, we are just going to be heading back towards the safe house. Because every single case, again, ends with the safe house. I want to get phone calls from Otis, but Otis wants to whisper me sweet nothings, but I don't want them. I really don't want his sweet nothings. He's going to tell me things I don't want to hear right now. But yes, one important part of this game, again, is the skateboard, and I haven't really gone over too much on it, why I had to grab the book. The book extends the amount of life that the skateboard can have. Normally, the skateboard takes about 2 to 3 hits, but the book multiplies it by 3. Also, I have a good feeling Jeff Myers is going to be dying soon. Jeff Meyer, are you dead yet? Oh, he might die on the inside. See, Jeff Myers not dead on the outside, he's dead on the inside. Unlike me, Jeff Myers is dead on the inside, not the outside. Okay, let's see. Is he... Wow, he's really pushing it, isn't he? I don't think I've seen Jeff Meyer die yet. Normally it's just a die, but... Oh, there he is. Poor Jeff Meyer. He lived well. Anyway, most of returning to the warehouse is going to be a lot of sick skateboarding. I'm going to do the sick trick right here. Check this out. Woo. Woo. And then the elevators are one of the worst parts of the game. We're always going to have to go through 2 sections of the elevator, and I normally get grabbed because it's kind of difficult, but it varies. But this is the first case. We're in case 1-4, and hopefully I did everything right. If I did, we will immediately get 2 cutscenes here. Here's one. And here's the second one in a moment. Alright, here's the second one. So we have the mod running correctly. We're now case 2-1, and this is how it works. Instead of having to wait throughout the night and kill time, we're just going to be able to immediately go to the next case. Now, I hope you guys like creative boss fights, because we're about to have one of those. Now, the real thing is, as you saw, I upgraded my weapon from pistol to shotgun. However, our friend Carlito has upgraded as well. He had a sniper rifle, he had a machine gun, but now he'll have a sniper rifle. Now, how do you beat a sniper rifle, you ask? Now, since a lot of shots are being fired here, I'm going to teach you all how to defeat a crazed gunman with a sniper rifle. You'll have to employ tactics from the Canadian military, but I'll demonstrate very quick how this works. Check this out. So we're going to skateboard up... Oh, wait. Back here. I'm going to skateboard up the escalator like a madman. And I need to enlist in the Canadian military. So I must get my trusty hockey stick. And I'm also going to trade my gun for a new skateboard, because I want 100% health on it. I'm going to hide behind the wall and outsmart Carlito by doing this. And I'm just going to wail on Carlito with hockey pucks. And Carlito is going to die by accepting hockey pucks to the face and the chest and the groin. If I just keep bashing him, he'll eventually die. And apparently Brad also wants the same action Carlito's taking in. I don't know what Brad's really doing right now. I think he's just kind of... Like, Brad, what are you doing? Brad, you don't want any of this, Brad. What are you doing? Brad, why are you just walking into this? Alright, Carlito is dead, and we just launched pucks into his skull. And that's the entire fight. Remember, if you ever find a man just with the sniper rifle, whip out the hockey stick, he can't do anything to you. I likely got jump kick or zombie red. I'm not sure which one, but it's not the upgrade I want. Ideally, I'll get stock soon, but it's... Alright, I got jump kick. Well, at least I know. And that was that fight. If you're wondering right now, Brad got shot. I mean, it's pretty obvious why Brad got shot. He took, like, what, 12 hockey pucks to the chest? Brad's not living that. But right after that, we do have another boss fight, and if you've ever played Dead Rising, you will remember this is the boss fight that probably killed you and your entire crew. Because during the nighttime, you get a lot of opportunities to save people. We're not going to have any survivors with us because they're too difficult to escort. Escort missions are painful in this because the AI is absolutely terrible. And this is one of the major things that's going to prevent the AI from succeeding. The convicts. Although they have an amazing jam. Just listen to this. Well, boom. So he's going to shoot me with his mounted machine gun, and I'm just going to unload some ammo in his face. 2, 3. And now that he's dead, I can just do this. I'm going to take the mounted machine gun and just murder his friends. Alright, now his friends are dead, and we won the fight. And we're stealing their car. We also have access to the carpool lane because he's sleeping with us. I don't know why he decided to take a nap in the car at this point in time, but he's doing well. I mean, he did take, like, what, 3 shotgun rounds to the face, but I guess that would put anyone to sleep when you think about it. Anyway, I want this car for a few reasons. For one, I need to go to the garage to get a set of keys that will help me out later. And it'll give me access to the garage later in the game. In addition, you can see the convict disappeared, but the machine gun came back. I'm going to need the machine gun at a later point in time, actually right after this mission. Thank God I got stock. That's going to be helpful for later. And now I can just run here, and we'll be good to go. I'm going to take the key. And you guys remember how we used a meme weapon to take down a man with a high caliber weapon? I'm going to employ something a bit different here. So in the past, on the last mission we did, we got a hockey stick and we took down a man with a high caliber... Wow, that's unlucky. We had a high caliber sniper rifle and we... Excuse me, shopping carts. One thing I want to note while we're here is shopping carts are made out of military grade steel and they will knock over anything. They'll actually become a major enemy later in the game, but for right now, we just kind of have to deal with them. Anyway, I don't have zombie ride, which is kind of unfortunate, but we should be fine. There we go. And then give me the heavy machine gun, and we're going to run over here, and we're going to get ready for the next boss fight. Now, I want you guys to understand, this is going to be the hardest boss fight in the game. Please cross your fingers for me. I need some, definitely luck here. If you want to do the Ecdycis lucky, I need some luck right now. Let's go. It's Steven the shopping cart man, or Sean the Steven. It doesn't matter what his name is, because now he's dead. And also, now we can just go over here. And that was a really quick fight. I know you guys are thinking, wait, how did we kill him so fast? Because I don't think anyone's really able to live, like, what? 20, like, about 12 heavy machine gun rounds to the face? It's just not possible. Anyway, we got the first aid kit, and now we're done with, we're pretty much heading back to finish 2-3. 2-3 is a nice mission. I enjoy the mission, personally. And now we have we have zombie ride as well. And now we set the head back as one of those missions once again. There we go. Now we need to go over to the car. In addition, I'm going to be able to get the other skateboarding book, which is pretty nice. As I mentioned, the way the books work is they're going to allow me to preserve my skateboard's health by ×3, but it actually adds through multiplication. So instead of being like, oh come on, stop that. Instead of being just barely anything, it's ×9. So 2 × 9. It's a pretty high number. And Sophie Richards is dead. My car driving here has not been the best, but there's been a lot of shopping carts in the way, sadly. Here we go. And now we're just going to head back once again. Oh, come on. Let go of me. They're trying to send me to Paradise Plaza, but I'm already trying to get there. I don't want to go there with them. Please let me pass. Thank you. I like taking the elevator because taking the stairs is too much work. There we go. And now I can head back. The next few cases are going to happen by pretty quick. That's mainly because you never really notice how short some of the cases in this game are. A lot of times you have to wait regardless, so it seems very throughout the game. But since this is Timeskip, you're going to notice a lot of the game's missions are just return to the safe house. Also, well, I just ate the bookcase there, but I will also read books because that's going to help me. There we go. Inside we go, and we're going to make it back to the safe house with the medicine for Brad. My skateboard should also have a decent amount of health, although I am eating a few hits here. I don't want to eat... Oh, I ate like every hit there. I don't want to eat too many hits, just because if I eat too many hits, it could go poorly. The more hits I eat on this board, the more careful I'll have to be later on. I want to make it so I don't have to go get another board, but it may very well happen. Anyway, now I can go back, and I know you guys love the stunning gold suit, but I'm more of a red man myself. Look at that classy photo. The red suit because I'm not doing so well in this run. It's an alright run. A lot of the time save in this run actually comes from this next area for me. And again, we're just going to be passing through 3-run, and now we're on 4-1. Now we're going to meet the other boss of this game, Isabella. Now I want to let you know all right now, Isabella is a very, very tough boss to deal with. This is the easy boss fight for her, but Isabella has 2 boss fights. This is the much, much easier one. I'm going to go over here. Oh, my board might break actually, just hop through. Luckily, the next area I don't have to actually skateboard through, because I can just get a cutscene, and it's going to bring me all the way to the other side. And don't worry, we're going to be a good person here. You see, the cult has this person locked up. Bye, Jennifer. It's been nice knowing you. I think Jennifer will make it. I mean, it's one of her versus like 20 of them. That means it's an even fight. Most of the time, we're going to be going from case to case, and we don't have time to save any survivors. There's maybe 1 or 2 survivors we actually want to interact with. I think there's a total of 1. There's a few that we can see, but we don't want to interact with any of them. We're about to meet our first actual interactable survivor, though, and it's very important we interact with them. It's very important. There we go. As long as my board doesn't get hit, we're fine. The next case doesn't even need the board, because case 4-2, it's going to be a boss fight, and then 5-1 and 5-2 don't need the board at all. 6 also doesn't need the board, but we will need it again in 7. Funny enough, the cult didn't spawn here. Sometimes they do. I'm not going to heal up, because I'm usually pretty good at the boss fight. So I might get down to 1, but it'll be pretty solid. I normally don't have problems with the Isabella boss fight. Although this is one of my favorite boss fights in all of gaming because, I don't know about you, but in Resident Evil 7 when Jack is just doing donuts, I mean, this is a similar idea. Isabella's going to be doing donuts over here, though. And I'm going to keep firing shotgun shells in her face. I can only get 1 to 2 hits. That could happen. Up, and she's going to... Excuse me? I hope I don't die. Whoa, 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 whoa! That's unlucky. Whoa, I don't know if I have any safety saves for that. You know, I have 1, but I don't... Wow! Wow! I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a normal safety save for that. All I can really do is... Oof. I probably should have saved it, but I've never actually died to that Isabella. That was incredibly unlucky. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get stun locked there. I don't think I've ever been stun locked in my life. So let me message Ecdycis really quick. I'm not too sure what I can do about that. Let me check. Give me a moment. I'll message him a couple options. Give me a moment. Wow. It should have been an easy boss fight. I have actually was not expecting to get juggled 5 times by Isabella there. Let me check with Ecdycis really quick. I just want to see what he wants to do, because that was about the midpoint of the run, and in total the run takes about... I had about 3 minutes of... Alright, I'll do this. So, I'm going to load the game. I have a New Game Plus file, and I hate New Game Plus files, but it's all I have. So we'll use this. Don't ignore that we're in the Mega Man costume now. I'll switch it back. You know what? We'll just go here. I have a save earlier in the game. So we're going to go back to Carlito. But we'll be able just to run through. We'll be a bit safer. I don't have a case 5 save. There we go. All I have is this. That is unlucky. That is extreme. That is, I think, the first time I have died to that in quite a while. Wow. What are the odds of getting bought by Isabella? You know, that happens more often than you'd think. Anyway, we can teach her a lesson. We'll go back. I'll use the hockey stick again. I could use the Mega Man Buster, but I feel dirty using that, so let's use this. And now you can see that we're just going to unload on him again. I'll use all the same strategies, but we will be level 50, which is I'm not a fan of, but I'm not going to use any. I'll employ most of the same strategies here. I should be hopping around for good measure, but we'll have to make do with what we have. Oh, do I have the shotgun? I don't know. There we go. Run invalidated. That is unfortunate. Alright. Well, actually, let me just check the messages one more time to be sure. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Alright, yeah, I got permission from Shaddix. I just want to make sure. And I'm not going to use the... Let's see. I have to get myself in some way here. Can I defeat the convicts normally? Let's see. I don't have a shotgun. And I don't have access to a shotgun. That is unfortunate. I also have way more skateboards than I would normally enjoy. So I'm trying to think. I feel dirty using the Mega Buster, but I do need a way to kill the you know what? I know what I'll do. We'll do this. I'm gonna drop the Mega Buster and the Laser Sword, and we'll just do it without the Mega Man Buster. Wait, what am I doing? We'll drop this, and we'll drop this. Okay. We have to make do with the movement speed boost in the Mega Man costume, but it's a sad state. So I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to grab the Uzi, because I'm going to need it for a fight. There we go. We're going to head back. Here we go. Melee kill the convicts. Mega Man Buster is not going to work here. I can also grab one more pistol for safe measure, but worst case scenario, we'll just melee kill the convicts. Hopefully I don't get bodied by them. Luckily, I don't think the next runner is going to mind all too much, but we'll see. Okay, let's do this. Alright, there you go. The same fight. Alright, we got it. We're still good. That works. I don't have the shotgun anymore, but in all honesty, you could probably make do without it. It's a good weapon to have, but we're going to have to not use it. We only have to do the Steven fight again, but we'll be fine. And now I know for a fact the amount of health I have, we will not have to save before Isabella. Although I could just make it so I have a shotgun before Isabella. In fact, I probably should. Alright, I'll think about it. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that killed a lot of my mojo, but now I have to go back and do everything again. Even in New Game Plus, we still have to do this, just because we have to get the key here. There we go. There we go. Can I... Thank you. Exactly. Well, I just like to make sure, because I mean, you guys asked for New Game Plus, I want to make sure I'm giving New Game Plus, which is a bit unfortunate. And we'll defeat most of the bosses in the same way. I probably should have kept the Mega Man Buster, but there's one boss I might be able to do to get us back on track. You know, I have an idea. When you go back, I'll grab the Mega Man Buster, but it's going to be for something specific. And it'll get us back in the way we need to be. Okay. Grab that again, and now we can jump. Let's go. And let us keep going here. And bring me back on track. Now, if you guys think this boss is hard, Isabella's going to be much worse. Right? That is unlucky. I'm not going to live that down. I'm going to get bullied by the Dead Rising people for not killing Isabella properly. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, let's go get the medikit back, and we'll head back to Brad. Also, I'm going to keep replicating jumping instead of just running, because it's the way we'd be doing it in New Game, and I want to replicate that as much as possible. But I have an idea on how we can get the shotgun back. There is one way we can get another shotgun, and it should be pretty quick. We'll get it back as soon as possible, just get back on track, and then we will be established. Here we go. And the way we're going to do it is, well, first off, I'm going to grab the book back once we get back there. I'll grab the other skateboard book so I have enough on my... What's the word? Enough on my skateboard, because I think I have 2 of them, but it's still more health is better. And then in addition to that, I'll still do all the strategies implied in New Game Plus. In fact, I'll just try to make it so we have similar inventory slots as well. Right now, we are doing a bit rough here, but we'll be better. Also, Sophie is dead. There we go. Nice. And then once we get back into the safe house, we'll be right back on track to where we were with the Colts and with Isabella. And in order to get the shotgun back, I will have to use one more... I will use the Mega Buster for one thing, and I'll show you guys a boss fight we don't normally see. Mainly because I estimated about 3 minutes extra than what I normally have, although that estimate's going down here. But the next run, I know... Do I not have this book? I guess I... grab the other one. I guess that makes sense. Well, good to know what the save file does have and does not have. Good to know. I guess we won't grab that one. I guess I would need the other book. Me in, please. Excuse me. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me. Boom. Okay, they're all dead. I killed 600 zombies. I didn't even know I killed 600. I thought I killed like 5. Apparently not. Also, the bright blue Mega Man suit. Okay, so while this is happening, I'm going to go here. And I will change into the... You guys want to see Mega Man costume, actually? I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the Mega Man costume. Here we go. We'll go back. I'll make sure I save it, just to have it. I love going back because I'm going to grab Coffee Creamer in North Plaza, which is the area with Isabella. There we go. That's actually a better save. Just in case. And before that, I do want to grab these 2 items for one thing, because I want to get back on track because I don't have a shotgun right now. There we go. Let's go back. Okay. And we're going to be able to... Oh, come on. We're going to be able to get a shotgun back in a moment. I just need to make sure I can use the Mega Man Buster for one fight. There's a fight we don't normally do, but it's the only way I can realistically get a shotgun right now. There are no other shotguns in the game to my knowledge, and this is the easiest place. The boss fight's also going to be pretty easy. I mean, we don't normally do this boss fight in this category, but given the fact that I need a shotgun to show off the proper fight in glitch, or not glitch, but just technique, it'll be necessary that we have one. And we'll only be grabbing one, just to make sure I can properly fight Isabella. I don't want to fight her with the Mega Man Buster, because I feel like that's cheaping, just being cheap on it. But we'll be fighting this other boss with the Mega Man Buster, just to get a shotgun. Anyway, we'll grab the safety drink this time, because I disrespected Isabella a bit too much, and I know for a fact she's going to body me later as well. Isabella is known for bodying me, and it will definitely happen again. Oh, I'll have 2 of those. It will definitely happen again. Let's go here. Okay, so here is the other fight that we're going to be doing. You don't normally, well, if you may have played this, you might remember this immediately dying because this boss is ridiculous, but this is the only way we can get a shotgun. Now let's do this. Where did he go? Alright, Ecdycis is dead. And I need Ecdycis dead for a shotgun. This is the only reason I need this. Okay, now I can drop it. Actually, I don't know why I grabbed the laser sword either. We can get rid of that too. Okay. We only need one shotgun. That's all I'm going for. I don't need anything else. I don't want to be cheap. But it's good that we have that. And now we can actually do the Isabella fight normally without the use of a illegal shotgun, so to speak. There we go. Also, you can see the Colt spawned in. The Colt's right here. Sometimes they spawn in. It's pretty random. And now that we're back on track, Isabella hopefully will not combo me this time. I think the worst combo I've ever had... Well, actually, this is one of the worst combos I've ever had on Isabella. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've ever had that bad of a combo in Isabella. Like, I've had one that was kind of bad, but not that bad. Play it a bit safe. I'll just play it nice and safe. She's coming. There we go. Shotgun shells always do the same amount of damage, by the way, so it's not like you're going to be losing out too much here. And now Isabella's properly dead. Alright, we're back, guys. There we go. And that was 4-2. 4-2 is usually a bit of a pain. At this point, it would be level 6 or 7 here. Roughly about level 6, and we would want either stock or health. Getting stock at this point would be good, but as you already know, since I had the Mega Man Buster, we already have full stock. So this file is going to have a bit more than we want, but I'm not going to try abusing it. In addition, we're going to have the Isabella mission right here, and it's going to be a bit interesting. Well, not that technique. I'm doing just the normal fight for that. And now we're going to do the other technique. So now I have a shotgun. Normally at this point, I'd have about 2 shotgun shells left. I would not have a lot of shotgun shells. I'd have about 2. There you go. Oh my god, it's Kendall! Thank you, Kendall. Alright, let's go, Isabel. Oh my god, Kendall's dead! What happened to him? I don't know what happened. I'm so confused. How could anyone do this to poor Kendall? I'm not too sure what happened there. Can we really be sure? So as I mentioned, at that point we'd have about 2 bullets in our shotgun, anywhere from like 2 to 4, maybe 1 to 4 for unlucky. But we'd have a very low shotgun. At that point, Kendall is one of the only survivors in the game with a shotgun. So we're able to recover a bit of our health recover our shotgun full ammo by using it there. And it's pretty convenient. At this point, it's more of a chill area where it's going to be walking Isabella back. And this is the calm before the storm. 7-2, 8-2, and 8-4 some of the hardest cases in this game, and we'll be doing 7-2 after this. They're not going to be as risky just because we have a bit of the, you know, Mega Man Buster and everything. I'm not the biggest fan of the New Game Plus category. I like using the other strategies, but that was just kind of an unlucky fight, I would say. And I think the worst fight I've ever had in this game, just kind of going on the topic of bad fights, the worst fight I've ever had, even worse than the Isabella one there, because I think I could have played it a bit safer. I got greedy by not healing. So I do blame myself there. I do apologize as well. But the worst fight I ever had in this game was one time when I was fighting Adam the Clown. He chainsawed me, and while in his loop, he somehow I landed into his chainsaw 2 more times and died immediately. I had no time to recover from that, and it was pretty unfortunate. That being said, the boss fights here we likely won't be dealing with too much. We'll have decent health. We won't have to worry too much as well. I'll make sure I save it before 8-2, because 8-2 is arguably the hardest quote-unquote boss fight in the game. While 7-2 is pretty simple. I said last time I don't mess up. I mean, you all know how the last time I said I usually don't mess up on these areas. There we go. Over to 6-1. And 7-2 is right after this. 7-2 is driving in the garage, and we have to stop Carlito from bombing the Willamette Mall. Just try to be a bit careful here. Grab the skateboard, and now we can go. Let's go. We have to gather. There's about 5 bombs in the base in the garage, and this is also why we need the key from earlier. Most of the setup for the bombs are from the case medical, where we had to go into the garage and get the keys and everything. It was all for this section right here. Also, why do I still have this? Get that here. Okay, this is about the inventory I would have. That's good. I just want to make sure I'm consistent with everything. Also, I'll make sure I heal myself up a bit since I have the opportunity. And you know what? As much as I love the Mega Man head, I'll do it during 8-2. Never mind. Oh, this board might run out. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't run out. If it does, we can always get it back during 8-2, but it's going to be a bit rough. 8-2 is a lot of downtime, if you were wondering. It's one of the stranger cases in the game, but there's not much we can do about it. Okay, move. Thank you. I'm going to go to the box here. I'm going to pick up the raw meat on the ground and just shove the meat in my mouth. Let's go. And now, we have to get out of the 5 bombs. The garage is one of the harder sections of the game by far, and this is a big part of why people don't like this category. It's because this category makes it incredibly difficult to do this. You have to worry about breaking your car on zombies, on walls, and with, of course, shopping carts. The shopping carts are made out of pretty much pure steel, so they will absolutely total your car. And I want to make sure I grab all the bombs. There's actually been times I've forgotten to grab the bombs, regardless of me opening it. Also, we're going to have the 3rd Carlito boss fight, and he's going to spawn in right here. Hello, Carlito. Carlito's not usually an issue as long as you're moving, but he can be an issue if you stop. So let's make sure we keep going. Another thing I want to mention is I'm pretty sure the only way I'll be able to redeem myself is now I have to get world record in this category. Because if I don't, then I'll be that guy who failed Dead Rising during the marathon. Alright, I got 3 more bombs. My car is also a bit more damaged. Oh, wow, Carlito. Buddy. That's unfortunate. I don't know, that's the first time he's ever ran me either. Anyway, the next bomb is going to be a bit easier. We just have to go over there. And hopefully Carlito doesn't ram me. You can tell the car's taking damage because of the back window cracked. You'll start seeing smoke in a moment. Smoke is bad, and we do not want that. As long as I don't get grenades tossed in my car, it's usually a good sign. There's the grenade. Uh-oh, I have smoke. And apparently I backed into Carlito. Carlito is not being kind. I don't think I've ever had AIs that were this rough. In quite a while, anyway. I'm not going to do the reverse because I want to be able to see where I'm going. Also, I crashed into that. That might be unfortunate. Okay. Come on, let me in the car. Do not blow up on me. We don't have the middle smoke yet, and that's a good sign. Middle smoke means the car's about to break. And if the car's about to break, I'm going to either have to skateboard the rest of my way there or get a new car. I'm going to get a new car at the end of this because I'm not taking any risky strats. I've already played it a bit risky enough. Let's go here, and boom. This is the last bomb, and we should be good to go. Back in the car, and we'll go get the new car. It's likely going to blow up right when it gets to the other car. There we go. And we're going to take this truck. The car did blow up. It did indeed blow up. It would have blown up if I'd taken it. So I'm glad I took this car, and we are going to be able to get out of 7-2. And that was 7-2. It's just kind of stopping terrorism, I suppose. And that's always a good thing, I'd say. And also, the convicts are back alive. See, I told you, we didn't kill the convicts. They were sleeping. Just a big difference. Alright, anyway, now we're on 7-3 or 8-1. I think we're on 8-1 right now. 8-1 is a bit of a pain. Mainly because 8-1 is the start of 8-2. I will definitely be saving it here because there's one more thing that can definitely go wrong if I'm unlucky. Only if I'm unlucky. And if it does happen, that is absolutely terrible. It is entirely possible it can happen, though. I have it happen on random times. This next boss fight is going to be the hardest in the game by far. It's all, at least in a speedrunning sense. In terms of showing you guys off, it's not going to be incredibly difficult, but if you're trying to get a nice PB or even world record at this point, this is going to be one of the major things that always ruins it. It's okay that we don't have it, because we can just run through them. There we go. Excuse me, sir. There we go. And too bad I don't have the skateboard anymore, but it's okay. I'm going to get a new one during this case, because I don't know how much you guys enjoy it, but 8-2 has a... 8-2 is what one might say is... Well, first let me save it. I'll leave the surprise up to you right now. We'll see in a moment. 8-2 is an escort mission with Isabella. So this entire mission is dependent on how kind Isabella is feeling today. She is normally not kind, so let's see how she acts. And I have to escort her through every area. I'm going to grab some safety weapons. Let's assume I have 5 slots at this point in time. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure I murder everything in her path. Because Isabella has some strange AI. The AI in this game are normally very, very stupid. Isabella, however, was programmed to be a bit smarter. However, in programming Isabella, they made the most pissed off and angry AI in any game I've ever played. I don't think I've ever had AI that was this pissed off or angry. She will attack if she feels there's blood in the water. Anyway, Isabella, go plan traffic right now. I need to go get a new skateboard. And also, I'm feeling the horse head today, so we're going to get a horse head while Isabella's playing in traffic. Also, instead of the Mega Man costume, I'm feeling kid shorts. There we go. You know what, we'll keep the boots because they're fashionable. Also, you can hear Isabella just getting violent right now. And we'll also go to the back to grab the horse mask. We'll keep the boots, though. The boots are stylish and functional. Meanwhile, Isabella has still been fighting the same zombie this entire time. Normally, we want to use the shotgun to help out Isabella, but it doesn't really matter to me right now because I have to get a new skateboard anyway. Also, I can just Get out of here, cabbage. So I got the skateboard right here, and I will do this as well. I feel the booty shorts are relevant for this. Also, Isabella is still being violent, because I need to gather one more thing before we go confront Isabella, and that is going to be this. I don't need to use the anymore, so let's get rid of that. Okay. Now Isabella's actually progressing, and this is why we use the shotgun. So we can get more things here. I think I saw... Let's assume I have 6 slots at this point in time. There we go. And Isabella, let's go. We have to make sure we escort her. It's very important that we do. I'm definitely going to be behind the estimate because, you know, we lost about, I think, 4 or 5 minutes. Plus figuring out what to do. Let's go. Boop. And a lot of this is just going to make sure Isabella hits certain points, which we are almost there, as long as she doesn't pick a fight. Alright, she didn't pick a fight. Next, I'm going to do some Isabella manipulation. So Isabella is normally pissed off and angry, but I'm going to make her less pissed off and angry by skating around the entire park. So as you can see, Isabella may be stopping a bit, but by going all the way over here, the zombies are going to be deloading, and then they are going to be reloading later on. So the park can only hold so many zombies. And because of that, it's going to be loading them in as I go around here. But they're deloading on Isabella's segment. And that being said, Isabella for once cannot fight the zombies because there are no zombies that exist in her plane, at least in a combat state. So if I went over there, zombies would spawn. But as the game knows, there's no zombies right now. Although she is now getting into a fight because I got a bit too close. It was good while it lasted, but Isabella's getting into a pretty bad fight. Come on, Isabella, I need you to not fight like that. Thank you. And I just need to get to the bottom of the stairs and we're good to go. Come on, Isabella. There we go. And now we can make it in. And we're in North Plaza, which is the final area of this part. I'm just going to use the shotgun here for a few hits. Also, this is why I have to be careful as well, because most enemies in the game, or most partners in the game, get one shot by the shotgun. If you headshot them, they immediately die. Kind of like what we did with Kendall. That can happen with a lot of the partners in the game. And I don't want that happening to anyone else. If that happens to Isabella, the run's immediately done, which is why I had to make sure I saved it. There we go. There's also another guy with the queen right here, which is very good. The upside to Isabella is she'll keep moving as long as nothing's in front of her. This is also one of the better Isabellas, but, I mean, a lot of that can be kind of chalked up to the fact that I have a bunch of queens and can just murder zombies like that. Anyway, let's just toss this down. And I'll have one more. In addition, I'm going to want to grab a couple of shotguns as well, so let's do this. I'm going to go over here. Wow, apparently that didn't hit. I did hit them, never mind. I want to grab 2 shotguns in the shop here, just to make sure. At this point, Cletus would have also despawned, so we don't have to worry about the fight. This is the actual technique that we're doing, by the way. All what I'm doing is the normal new game techniques. The only thing that was not was the Cletus fight we did earlier, but these shotguns would always be here. Let's assume I don't have that. Alright. Excuse me. Oh, come on. Out we go, and we can heal up before the Cletus fight. Also, Isabella actually did pretty good for once in her life. That was actually not too bad. There we go. And we're going to be able to see Isabella right here. And that was the end of 8-2. 8-2 is normally a pretty hard case, but we were able to make do with it, mainly because we found a ton of queens. And this is effectively a new game, which is one of the sadder parts. Don't worry, I'll take a picture of Isabella and make it up to you guys. Dramatic. Absolutely dramatic. And thick. Anyway, we are nearing the final boss fight. Time does not end on that. Time ends just getting back to the helipad, which happens at the end of the game. But the final boss fight does happen earlier than that. So I want to make sure that we're ready for that, because that is coming up. There we go. And we'll be going back. We have a couple more, we have about one more mission after this that allows us to drive back to the safe house. But we're going to be going down to the garage one more time. And the garage has the final boss fight. And the final boss fight is, in my opinion, one of the best in the game. We don't see him in the new mode Psychoskip because it's all optional psychopaths. But in this one, we're going to be able to see him in all of his thick glory. Now, if you want to see somebody who's thick, we're about to see the thickest person I've ever seen in almost any game. Here we go. Alright, keep going. Drop down here. We're also just trying to make sure we're boarding as efficiently as possible. In fact, since I have the time... No, I don't have the time. Let's keep going. I don't think I have too much time. Let's keep going. Back to the safe house. And in we go. The elevators, again, are a bit tough to deal with at times, but we should be fine. Alright, here we go, and up we go. The thing now is we are going to begin the final boss of this category. There's another category as well, which we're probably not going to be doing here. It's called Overtime Low, which are overtime in general, which gives the full story of what happens in this game. But we normally don't do overtime unless it's part of, like, I guess part of the run or just some kind of incentive. Okay, also, I'll be able to heal with more of the raw meat later on. We'll pick up more of the raw meat off the ground. We'll make sure we're nice and healed. And I'm going to do something interesting with the 2 shotguns. So a lot of people were talking about some weird reloading strategy that we're going to do. I don't like doing it with only 1 weapon, but I like doing it with 2. Because it's easier for me. And I also don't like the same reloading tactic that we did in BioShock the other day. I mean, I can do it, but I'd much rather just do a different one. And let's hope I can do it well. I'm going to turn my shotgun into a machine gun, and I'll show you guys how very quick. Why have a shotgun when you can have a fully loaded machine gun? Okay, let's go grab the raw meat, pound it down, and 5 health should be able to do it here. In theory, if I take too much damage, I can grab health in the room, so... But it's I want to say it's unlikely I do, but last time I said that, it didn't work very well. Anyway, right now you can see that the horse head is sticking out of the car as well. It's a funny little glitch that does happen. People either like the Surbot hat or the horse head. I'm quite partial to the horse head because everyone does the Surbot head, but there's always both. Here we go. And here is the room of the final boss, and the final boss has a very fitting name. Larry. Here's Larry. The big Chinese butcher. Anyway, the strategy here is going to be just rapid fire at him, and just keep firing the shotgun. And this is only a new game strategy. In New Game Plus, you just use the Mega Man weapons, because they're easier. This, however, we can just keep firing, and look at all that blood coming out of him. Oh, come on. And Larry's dead. There we go. We also have Carlito here, but Carlito is just Carlito. Anyway, that was the final boss fight. The rest of the game is mainly going to be going back to Isabella's safe house and then going back to the main safe house. And then outside that, the run is pretty much done and we should be good to go. Again, I do apologize for not... I guess for underestimating Isabella. I normally take a lot of precautions with Isabella too, but... It is possible to get chained by most bosses in this game. Juggling is a very real threat, and I do forget about that sometimes. Anyway, I do hope you guys did enjoy the run regardless of my, I guess it makes for a good clip, so I don't feel too bad about it. Also, as long as I don't break the board, we're fine. Because if I break the board, I have to walk back like an animal, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, here we go. We're going to take the board back, and we should be absolutely fine. All we have to do is make it back to Isabella's safe house, so we'll be good to go, and then we can just fully get everything we need. Pretty good making it back, and it's about a minute after we leave the safe house that the run will end. So we're going to make it inside, run over to Isabella, and we're going to have a lot of cutscenes right now. The end game is effectively every few hours a new cutscene comes because the military is going to invade us, but this is the facts. Now, all we have to do is escape with the best ending in the game. Also, you can see that the horse head carries over during the cutscenes. Jesse turns into a zombie, the military's gonna invade, everything's gonna get firebombed, and one of the eeriest parts of this game is gonna be coming up right now. Let's go. And pretty much, we have, all we have to do right now is after this cutscene, we make it back to the helipad, and then the run will be finished. Alright, there we go. That was the final cutscene, and now we get to see the mall in all its glory. Everything has been slaughtered and firebombed by the military. It's a dead mall, all the survivors are gone, all the psychopaths are gone. At this point in the game, you can't do anything. You can still interact with like PP stickers and some of the rides and stuff, but this is effectively the end game. And all you can really do is wait for the helipad. You wait for the helicopter, and we're going to do that. We'll go head back right now. Anyway, this has been Dead Rising. Most of the runners put on a really good show. I do want to shout out Wario, Don in the chat, who have been pretty much memeing. I know I'm going to get a stern talking to later for my shameful display. But I also do want to thank a lot of the other runners as well, like Swede, Paradox, Logan. I also want to thank Suzuka for making this mod. He put a lot of work into it, and there's a reason why it works so well. We can thank Suzuka for that. And the run is going to end when we go into the vent at the top. Once you're back in the safe house, the run will be over, and I definitely will call it. But I do want to give that shout out. But yeah, most Dead Rising runs are a lot better. Recently, there's been a new category called Psychoskip, which is all the boss fights that we don't do. So if you like anything that's been happening here, it's pretty good. Anyway, we're about to hit time right now, and time. Anyway, I'll show you guys the ending really quick, and I need to message Shaddix as well to find out what the hell's happening. Because, yeah, and all you guys enjoy the ending with the cutscene here. You go look at the horse mask. There we go. And we can see how this game ends. Unlucky. I made it under the moving estimate. Perfect plan, perfect plan. Don't worry, though. I don't think the next guy is going to mind all too much. I mean, I hear the next guy is kind of weird. I don't think he's the best runner. I don't think he's a really good runner, in all honesty. I know the next runner. He's a bit of a meme. Not the best dude, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And we'll check out the escape as we go. I need to message someone really quick, so let me do that.
You just hang tight, buddy. I'm on my way.
Also, just the depressed horse running away. Or walking away, I suppose. If I end it right now, we can assume good things happen.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
We could very well assume good things are going to happen if that happens.
I see ya. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Alright. I'll let the ending play out, and then we'll prepare for the next run. Let's see the schedule. What's the next run here? The next run is Silent Hill 2 with some dude named Ecdycis. Don't know who that is, but we'll figure it out. Alright. Anyway, if you're wondering, we do not make it out of here. If you want to find out what happens in reality, it required in overtime, which you're not going to be able to do at this point in time. But I definitely recommend checking out. It's a pretty solid game. Just don't play Dead Rising 4. Do Dead Rising 1. Anyway, that's been Dead Rising, and hope to see you guys next time. Well, I guess, you know, in a few minutes when I do Silent Hill 2, so.